Oh man. Grand afternoon, everybody. Um, Give me a second. Namaste. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? On this day of Jupiter, um, in the supposed year 2023, what's going on? I am your host, Magic LaCroix. Hope y'all are having a good day and a good week. Come on in, hit that like button, share and subscribe. Um, um, Today again is Jupiter, the planet of abundance and prosperity and money. Um, Most people they do their money rituals on this day. Intermediate occultists will do money rituals in the Jupiter hour on today. Even more advanced occultists will do uh, money rituals in the Jupiter hour as well as a sun hour. Plenty of ways to do it. No, you know what I'm saying? So, what's happening? Peace and blessings. Namaste, Sister Moon Feather. And in my head, I can hear her say, Bonjour, Magic LaCroix. Magic LaCroix. How you say it? I love the way she speaks. She says she greets me that way, and I love it. I love the accent. So, peace, Sister Moon Feather. Thank you for putting that in my head because I can hear it. I really can. Peace and blessings of brother Kunami. What's going on? Hi, P. What's going on, Tosh? Me and the fam are just great. Wife is cooking a Mediterranean meal today. I don't know what, but she's always trying to surprise me. Today is nasty outside. It's cloudy, but I kind of expected it because um, I saw them spraying earlier this week, so I expected a day like this. It's wet, it's windy, it's nasty outside. It's a lazy, chill day. You know what I mean? It is what it is, you know. So thanks for asking. How is Chicago? Greetings, Lenora Rice. See what I'm saying? What's up? See what I'm saying? I've been trying to, for the longest time, I've been trying to not say that, but it's not happening. Now, I was just telling my Facebook people that I was playing a Kali mantra in my office, and my cat was like, I was like, what the hell? It was one of my favorite Kali mantras. I just had it on because I was demonstrating it to somebody and was trying to say, look, if you feel like your confidence waning or you need a little pick me up, listen to this particular Kali mantra. Now, Kali is the goddess, the destroyer, okay? But destroyer of evil and destroyer of negative things, negative thinking. That's what she's truly the destroyer of. So this particular mantra, it goes hard in the paint. It can get you hype. Why don't I share it with you? I think I can share it. It is it's not like I don't think I would get in trouble for playing this, or at least a part of it. Let me see. Yeah, it's the powerful chant of Kali Ma for destroying all evil from our lives. Tell me if y'all can hear this. Yes, great. You know, give it your be that. Now, I don't know. I want to play it. I don't want to get dinged for it. Because I don't think it's copyrighted. I'm not sure, man. Um, Om Cream Kali Kaye Namaha. Well, Nama. J Kalima, J Kalima, J Kalima, J Kalima. That's the way it goes. I really want to show y'all at least part of it. Um, it is a great mantra, and my cat was like, "What the fuck?" um, what's going on, Melanin Mommy? The topic today that I want to tackle today, the link to your Instagram. Yes, ma'am. I sure can do that. I'm sure I can play at least a little snippet of it. If not, then the most they'll make me do is to um, cut it out of this particular video. So the topic today is a touchy subject, but I feel like it needs to be addressed because nobody's addressing it. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this real quick, though. Let me do this first and see if I can share the mantra with y'all. Just gonna play a little snippet of it. All right, that's enough. Because, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get dinged for that. Check out that mantra; it's pretty powerful. Namaste, Katrina. And if you ever get a chance, it is in your best interest if you are traveling this road to pay attention to other cultures. At least in my opinion, it just will serve you well to be well-rounded. Mahabharata. It's an epic, the science of Ganesha, and it says movie on the sacred text of the black gods of the Mahabharata, not openly available in the USA. And the science of Ganesha is taught in this foreign epic tale. I looked on Amazon for it. You will be paying close to $600 for this. Got $600. I've already tried to condense it or at least make it to an MP4. I had difficulty doing that. I'm still looking into doing that to anyone who's interested or who will like epic tales. I'm trying. So, but anyway, going to the root of certain things, like the root of Kalima or Ganesha, just it will give you a better understanding of the mantra that you are using and the gods that you are invoking when you use those mantras. Okay? My opinion. That's it. My opinion. The topic today is did the elder, and of course, when I say elder, I am talking about Azazel. Did he have a point? I want to know if he had a point. What y'all think? These things are not getting better. They're getting worse. Okay. Yeah, the epic of all epics. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is an epic. It is 6 hours long. 6 hours. But the topic, if you're actually concerned, with the way melanated men and women interact with each other, to me, it is just getting worse. It is getting worse every single day is getting worse. Um, this has been going on for a long time. Okay. Again, I say, of course, there are external factors that make sure that we continue this fighting. Okay. Did the elder have a point, though? Azazel Bey said that we were natural enemies. He said that the black man and the black woman were natural enemies. Now, I think he meant men and women, period. I think that's what he meant. I don't think he meant it's exclusive to melanated men and women. Okay. But when you think about it, when you look at these gender wars that's going on right now, it seems like it's only melanated men and women that are fighting amongst each other. As a matter of fact, I would dare say that it seems like melanated men and women kind of hate each other. The proof is in the pudding, y'all. I mean, when everywhere you look, there are gender wars. Let's not forget last year, okay, last year, when Kevin Samuels died, when he passed away, Black women were ecstatic. There's no other way to put that. Everywhere I looked, and I looked in several places, they were saying, I hope you rot in hell, or just kind of some of the most atrocious things I've ever seen someone celebrate the death of. Okay? Now, you don't see that kind of stuff among other races. Did he have a point? Did he? Hey, Magic. I mean, I read. What's going on, Papa Ken? What's going on, LMR? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, this seems to be a topic nobody wants to touch. All right. If I hurt your feelings, it's not my intention to hurt your feelings. You know, I'm a brutally honest Virgo, and I'm going to say what's on my mind. And we try to break down things until they make sense to us. Now, I got to admit that in the corporate environment, I have many years in the corporate environment. I've had pretty much almost all of my interactions or dealings with melanated women have been bad. I'm not making that up. I mean, it's happened. Okay? When I was divorced, a lot of the situations I was in, they were bad. Okay? Do I hate all Black women? Of course not. Of course not. I'm married to one. All right. But you don't have to be Stevie Wonder to know that something is going on here. Why are we like that towards each other? Why? Okay. Why is it that it seems like melanated women like the thug, the bad boys? Weren't they, a lot of women that I've interviewed has said that it's something they learned growing up. Do I believe aliens exist, like from other planets? Absolutely. 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 They've always been here. They tell you, I've said it in several lives, they tell you of their existence in these TV programs. They tell you this. Also, I wanted to read something from Azazel's book where he said, I'm glad you asked that question. I wanted to read this. I thought this was really profound. Azazel says, slave traders from out of space. Excuse me. What if I told you that, yes, it's true that you are not from Earth, and the reason that 98% of people were purposely sent here because it is a penile planet. You're in a prison and you are in the mental ward. If you're not working on the self, you will be stuck here for millennia. And that, my friends, is a scary thought. There's no peace, love, and light in this galaxy, only within. You must change by working on your secret self. It doesn't matter how good you are or how much you help other people. It only matters how much work did you put into yourself without disrupting someone else's life. Find the mysteries in everything, even if you think it's false. Otherwise, you will remain in this mental institution for a very long time, lifetime after lifetime. And every time you leave the physical plane to reincarnate, you get the death penalty. You have your own personal cell to do the work called your DNA. Your DNA is the bars on your private cell in this mental ward. You can open the doors into the courtyard if you open your mind. That is from his first book, Cosmic Comics. I think it's still for sale. I think so. I think it's in this book where he actually says that we were natural enemies. I remember him saying that he was working on a class to teach this, to teach. Here we go. I found it. Man and women were separate entities at war with each other in the star system of Orion. The reptilians first created an androgynous being to stop the war, but also incorporated their own genetics within them. Even the human sexuality is about war. The reptilians made us one, the Lyrians separated us. Atom was originally one being until through genetic experiments pulled apart into two. Male and female was one androgynous life form, and to this day, male is 40% female and 60% male, and male is 40% male and 60% female. By pulling man apart, they can now create slaves for what needs to be done, originally to mine gold. You'll hear this story if you study Sumerians. This is where it says that. Okay? He says it on this page. We were one. And to further talk about this particular concept about separation of the races, Enemy Mine with Louis Gossett Jr., he actually says to Dennis Quaid's character, I meant to record it. I'm sorry that I didn't record it. He said something about y'all were one and y'all got separate. He said something like that on Enemy Mine, 1985. Check that movie out. Okay. Remember, I'm always saying that they telling you truth in these movies. The great work, absolutely. Us Afro-Latinas are a bit difficult, but it takes a very confident man that is in his power to understand us and love us properly. I totally agree with that. Totally agree. Okay. Just like Kunami says, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. He's absolutely correct. But my whole point in saying all that is we have to at least acknowledge, and I'm seeing a lot of people staying away from the subject. We have to at least acknowledge that there is something seriously wrong between the races, not the races, the genders. Okay. There's something seriously wrong there. All right. Of course, I can speak on my own personal experiences. Of course, I can speak on that. But I talk to some of my male friends who have some even more horrible stories. Okay. Now, I'm not bashing melanated women. Why would I do that? All right. I got some close friends who are melanated women. My mother is melanated. My wife is melanated. My daughter, melanated. Okay. All right. But just because that is the case doesn't mean I can't speak out about it. There's something actually wrong. So, how many of us actually go to the root of the problem? All right. Of course, they show this on television a lot now. Okay. If you remember the TV show, What's Happening? It was a very popular TV show. And it was about this woman who was raising her son and her daughter by herself, single mother. That was one of the reasons, well, that was the main reason Mabel King left the show. She didn't like where it was headed. She said, why does I have to be a single mother? Okay. They've been doing this for a long time to keep us at war with each other. All right. Again, alien versus predator. Okay. So my question stands. Did he have a point? Did he say that we were originally one being? You'll also hear, if you research the Dogon says this as well, that we were androgynous beings. Some of us come from androgynous beings. Okay. If you look at certain mythologies, they kind of hint at it. All right. We've been so programmed to think that these mythologies are just that, when actually some of them are true. Most of them are true stories, true histories. Okay. Atlantis is not a mythological place. It actually exists. All right. Tartaria was a very advanced society that they kind of wiped out damn near all the history on. They do this all the time. This should not be new. This should not be news to you. Okay. More so in North America, you don't have these relationship issues in places that are not Westernized. Exactly. Christopher Loney, you're absolutely correct. I was getting ready to get to that point. You only see that here. You don't see that anywhere else. That's why I say, did he have a point? Why is it centralized if he had a point? Okay. Wouldn't it be everywhere? Not necessarily. All right. Not necessarily. Remember, we're from different tribes. We're from different creators. Okay. We're from different creators. It's a fact. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. All right. If this offends you, you might want to leave now. Sorry if it does offend you. I mean, but even the most optimistic person has to realize that there is something wrong between the genders here. Okay. There's something wrong. All right. Most men these days, melanated men, are feminized. They act more womanly than women do. And then vice versa. Vice versa. Okay. Kitten Caboodle, I haven't seen that name in a while. What's going on? It's in Asia. It's been in Japan. Okay. Just give me a second here. Of course, I'm going to get the Magick, but I'm going to come back to that point. Okay. I mean, they say the fact that melanated women made Elin Harris rich. They love his work. Elin Harris was a gay man who wrote gay stories, and they loved it. I've heard from several sources that the biggest supporters of gay Black men are Black women. That's not my opinion. All right. That's not my opinion. Why is that? See what I'm saying? These are the stories, these are the subjects or the questions that you should be asking yourself. Where did all this come from? Okay. It's planetary, it's a crisis. Absolutely. Alien versus predator. Alien versus predator, y'all. Oh, so give me a second. Well, I wanted to show y'all something. It's something I just stumbled upon looking through one of my grimoires. I came across the Lost Spells of Moses. Have any of you ever heard of that? The Lost Spells of Moses by Marie Laveau. Channeled and edited by Brother Cernunnos. Okay. it's a great book. There is a seal and prayer of Choco Mama in this book. Okay. I wanted to say that before I forgot it. Look at this. The seal and prayer of Choco Mama. There is great benefits in having a lot of books. This is the seal of Choco Mama. And Choco Mama, Choco Mama, Choco Mama, who came from the motherland on the waves of slave boats, opened the road. Whenever the words are said, Choco Mama will come and work for you. Just thought I'd point that out there. Just thought, you know what? Let me show you it again. Because there's other spells in here. And of course, I think this is the kind of book that is speaking to initiates or advanced adepts of magic. This is what the book looks like. The Lost Spells of Moses. They have another one, the Sword of Fire Protection. It has a very interesting process. When you find a dead locust by chance, put it in your left pocket and walk straight home without talking to anyone. Here's this next part though. Grind the locust into powder and burn the powder on coals. Jump over the smoke while saying, Jehovah, how are mine adversaries increased? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there are that say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. But thou, O Jehovah, art a shield about me, my glory and the lifter up of my head. I cry unto Jehovah with my voice, and he answereth me out of his holy hill. I laid me down and slept. I awakened, for Jehovah sustaineth me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of the people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Jehovah, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongeth unto Jehovah. Thy blessing be upon thy people. That is the sword of fire, or protection against all things evil. Interesting spell, huh? A dead locust, and you grind it up in a mortar or pestle. I can't see me doing that, but some of y'all might want to give it a try. Okay. Then right after that, there's the ancestor spell. You take offerings of your own choosing, only making sure that there's hard liquor, and one object you will take with you once the spell is over, to the grave of an ancestor. So this spell says you have to go to the graveyard. Place the offering at the foot of the gravestone, take some hard liquor in your mouth and spray it towards the gravestone. I pray the Baron to take the hand of beloved, name of your ancestor, and bring him or her to me, because I desperately need to talk with him or her. State your business and be courteous, for the dead don't suffer the living to be mocked them. When you wish to say farewell to the ancestor, pour hard liquor on the object you have chosen to take with you and say, remember me, great, whatever, okay? Remember, if you try that particular spell, when you go to the graveyard to do spells, you have to be respectful, okay? Like I said, add your own twist to things to make, give it your own little personal DNA or whatever. But be respectful when those of you who are bold enough to go to the graveyard. More. What's up, brother? I don't think I saw you last live. What's going on? Hey, Matt. Hi, Jamie. So what Tosh says, Elin Harris became popular after a Black man came out with his own book depicting his own down low actions. Black women were intrigued, especially since they were contracting HIV at high rates due to males like him. Okay, okay, I get that, but it's not just that. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, they were intrigued by that download stuff. I remember the year it came out, it was around 2003 or something like that, when the term download came into fruition and all this stuff about brothers being in download came out. I remember that. All right. But since then, hear me out. Since then, the greatest supporters of black gay men are black women. Okay? Nothing wrong with that, but I mean, we're talking about the war between the genders, okay, and why that is. You're about to work at the graveyard? That's what's up. What's going on, Sharon? There's a saying that goes, society asks a mother to raise her children as if she had no job to work, as if she had no children, and to look like she has no children and no job. Okay. All right. Point taken. Again, when did this fall apart? When did the family structure break down? Okay. For a long time, I thought it was the 60s. Okay. Because in the 60s, I studied the 60s extensively. In the 60s, most black men were in the home. Most black men were in the home. Most melanated families were cohesive, a cohesive unit. Okay? It was structured. How did that fall apart? How? What happened? Okay? Is it this ongoing war that started? Damn it! That started on another planet, on another soul. Says soul, another star system. Is that what started it? Is that it just continues? What happened? Why is it so bad between melanated men and women? Why? Katrina has a interesting point here. She said black women support gay men solely because they don't feel threatened around them and their partners are okay with it. Hashtag, in my opinion. Okay. On a different note, why are we going in a different note? I don't think we've actually got to anywhere with these questions I'm raising. Yes, yes. There you go. There you go. I'm coming right back to you, LMR. Melanin Mommy has an extremely good point because I totally agree. It broke down, in my opinion, after the Civil Rights War, the Reagan era, and the drug laws. Exactly. Broke up thousands of families. Absolutely. And just like Kunami said, there's so many reasons. There's so many factors. My thing was, if it's so many factors, what was the root cause of it? Okay. Were we one androgynous being and we split? Is that why we're so different? Is it? It's something to think about. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason, but I'm asking, me personally, I'm asking, did the elder have a point? Could he have had a point that where this war between the genders, us specifically, started elsewhere? It may have calmed down and then started again. That's what I'm asking. People are always talking about baby mama black men being on the down low. I have to disagree. Okay. My baby father's black and straight. I listen to black people talking about how awesome and manly Mexican men are. I dated a Mexican man. Oh, okay. Come to find out he was on the DL and anti-black. Wow. I could go on forever about that topic because I lived for 5 years in El Paso. All right. And I don't want to go too far off this topic, but Mexican men, yeah, I ain't going there. I got my own opinions about that, but I ain't going there. But that's interesting. That's interesting what she said. The black family hasn't been cohesive since before slavery started. The breakdown happened before back on the mother continent. Another interesting perspective. Sharon, I'm going to have to ask you to explain or elaborate on that. Sharon says, I definitely think we split apart. That would explain the sexual spectrum very well. Meaning what? And back to LMR. I'll give you a moment to elaborate on that, please, if you don't mind. If aliens exist, why do demons exist? I think we're on the aliens thing today, huh? What if I was to say aliens or demons? Demons are you, and demons are okay. Let me put it this way. This probably is going to answer your question if you think about what I'm about to say. All right. Everything in the universe, every chemical compound, every substance, everything is in your body. Everything in the physical universe is in your body. Everything. All of the elements in the table of elements are in your body. Everything in the universe that exists is in your body. Okay. What if I was to say demons, although they are outside of you, but they're inside of you as well. When you call a demon through a sigil, you realign your own DNA to match the intensity of that sigil, that spirit calling card, to bring forth that demon's attributes. Hopefully that answers your question. Sharon has it. Oh, y'all really are going in. I like that. I really do like that. We are attracted to different aspects of ourselves or former selves. Absolutely. Totally agree. I totally agree to that. Thoughts on the flat earth theory? You got a lot of questions, a lot of subjects you are bringing forth. So yeah, the base model of humanity is female. Okay. Mm. Y'all are really coming with it, huh? Did I miss any? I'm going to say if I missed any comments here. Let's go back to what Jamie said. Jamie said, I listened to Black people talking about how awesome and manly Mexican men are. I dated a Mexican man. Gonna find out he was on the deal and anti-Black. Well, I will say this, though. Still my opinion. From what I've seen, Mexican men are possessive of their women. That's all I'll say about it. They are possessive of them. They are really possessive of them, of their women. We are demons and we are angels. That's the point I was getting to. My theory has always been they are without, but they're also within. Some of these demons did exist. Some of these angels existed. Okay. But everything in the universe is within your body. A lot of the structures of the universe are based on the human body. The Kabbalah, one of the best magical systems that you can learn, is based on the human body. Okay. The human body is the only thing. Think about this. The body knows how to fight every illness that exists, every illness. It doesn't matter what it is. The human body knows how to protect itself. Okay. That's why you get a fever. When you get a fever, it's your body's response to an alien substance in your body. All right. It's heating up your body to get that shit out. Okay. Your urine is blood plasma. All right. It is not what you've been told it is. Your body knows how to heal itself. Okay. It is the most complex machine in the universe, the most complex. Okay. Your body contains everything to include lightning and electricity. All right. Makes sense? Eon El Tempo, how to increase sensations and feelings in astral travels? Huh? Say what? If we gonna get down with the truth, everybody wants our women, but they don't always appreciate the masculine, but at the same time they down low. Mm-hmm. Y'all are coming with the statements here. Did you see the video about transporting consciousness into new bodies? They've been working on that for years. I didn't see the video, but no. They've been working on that for years. See the movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp. In your astral travels, you should already be having heightened sensations. You'll know when you're on the astral plane because everything's intense. Lucid thinking, okay? You smell stuff, you feel stuff. It's more real than real is the phrase. You'll know, and you can train your brain to know when you are on the astral plane. I had another book I wanted to talk to y'all about. So, Succubus, the movie, if you sent it to me, Sharon, then yes, I saw it. I thought you was talking about something else. The movie, The Entity, came out in 1985. It was about an incubus. Okay. I remember being so young that I wasn't allowed to go see that movie because it was rated R. Right? Incubi and succubi exist. Okay? An adept can use that to their advantage, or the curious practitioner will summon one to have fun with. There's a book in my collection that I found called Succubus Evocation. Let me show it to y'all. There's a whole book That's 500 pages about summoning a succubus. I gave out one before. Very simple evocation of one. Look at this. Evoke a succubus. Keep the exorcist at bay. The information herein covered is a generalized, though in-depth summary, which is based upon extensive personal experiences and explorations of a little covered subject concerning the conjuration of female spirits, which on the face of it, a skeptic will no doubt scoff at. But this reaction will be defined by how an individual will conceptualize what a spirit means to him or her, which is usually described to be a discarnate entity. Okay? It says, it continues, the spirit can be otherwise seen to be an informational entity, which exists within the realm of the spirit world of your dreams. It is within your dreams that a conjuration of a spirit is going to be conducted, but you will need to achieve a lucid dream first, where you will experience the spirits as being fully interactive dream characters, which involves all of 5 of your introverted senses. That's what I was just saying. I was literally just saying that. You will know because everything is more real than this physical reality. Check out the YouTube channel, The Y Files, episode called The Gateway Project, the government cracked astral project. Oh, absolutely they did. Thanks, Tosh. I'll look for that. Matter of fact, let me look for it now. The Y Files. I'm subscribing. Damn, 1.86 million subscribers. It looks very interesting. Succubi can be fun. Succubi can be fun. I can't say what will happen. Okay. Everybody is going to have a different experience, but I did give one out, an evocation before on summoning the succubus. Okay. I can't remember if anyone has ever gotten back to me because you have to be awake at midnight on a Tuesday in order to perform this working. It's very simple and it works. Okay. This book that I just showed y'all though, is way more in depth. Okay. In order to be an experienced practitioner, you gotta kind of embrace the idea of learning everything that you can. Okay. Summoning the succubus is a magical working. If you're doing that consciously, most people will have these things as like wet dreams. Okay. But to consciously summon a succubus, that's a magical working. A practitioner does that. A practitioner will work with fairies. Now, again, they have you thinking that these are mythological, old Tinkerbell kind of things, and fairies can get nasty. Check out The Magicians, season 3. Fairies. Okay. The Fae. All right. There's another book that I have called The Fairy Way. Let me show you on this book. Human. The Fairy Way, a healing journey to other worlds. Okay. Of course, Basil Crouch has a book called Fairy Gold. Not as extensive. This book is only 80 pages. Fairies are real, very real and powerful energy beings who exist in a dimension parallel to our own. These beings embody the enlightened energy of the elements and the wisdom, energy, and primal force of creation. In this book, you'll learn to work with the city, the fairies of the shining realm, to bridge polarities within your psyche, the world, and the universe. Okay? It says, learn how you can enter the fairy realm and meet animal helpers and fairy allies that will help you realign with the natural world. Travel to the mystic cities of the fairy realm to harmonize your inner and outer worlds. Travel deeper into fairyland, become initiate of the fairy way to transform yourself from the spirit outward. Okay? All I'm saying here, succubi, fairies, all of it comes with becoming a practitioner. Okay? That's why anyone who tells you they've learned everything there's to learn about magic in a couple months is a fucking lie. Okay? It's just way too much for you to learn. And Tosh promptly says, I would never work with fairies, bloodthirsty group. Some people feel that way. Some people, me either. I won't work with fairies. You know. Yes, Christopher Loney says the city, the Fae, are very different from how Disney has gotten us to think of them growing up. Exactly. That's why they make these things into myths and, you know, fairy tales. Pun unintended. But in fairy tales, they want you to think a certain way about these things. No, they are very, very real. Okay. Just like the jinn are very, very real. Okay. That's yet another way to work magic. Okay. Carlos Castaneda says that, you know, you need allies. You need allies to work magic. I absolutely agree with him. Okay. You need spirit helpers. Okay. Totally agree with that. There's way more ways to work something to get a desired result. All right. Big facts. I'll be learning more and more each month. You think it's a fairy in your house? Ask it. Ask it. They will come if you summon them. I was told Jinn have very little respect for us as so-called humans / gods. Yes, that's the way it goes. That's the way the story goes. But there's certain Jinn, certain class of Jinn that have very little respect for humans. All right. Very little respect. Okay? They feel we're not of the same essence, us and Jinn. All right. They are a fire. I'm sorry about that. Remember, the Grimm's books of fairy tales was basically a horror book with rituals in it. You know what? I've never read that book. But now that you said that, I think I will go ahead and procure it. I've never read that book. Okay. But these beings of werewolves, vampires, fairies, all these mythological beings, they actually exist, y'all. They actually exist. And the occultists will acknowledge that and will attempt to work with them. Now, I'm not working with fairies. I'll work with a jinn before I work with a fairy. Like I said, The Magicians, season 3. Okay. There's a fairy queen in that, and she's a nasty person. A nasty person. My remote be coming up missing sometimes, no lie, and I knew it was them. That could be it. Are jinn infernal spirits? I heard a practitioner bring up that term, infernal spirits. Yes, they would be considered infernal spirits. That's correct. Fae, jinn, ancient ones reside in natural features of our environment, and they are hostile to humans for disturbing them. Example, someone cuts down a fairy tree and dies soon after. Excellent point. Excellent point. This is one of the reasons for learning magic, though, y'all. This is one of the reasons, so that you can get the proper ways of contacting these beings. You're going to want to have allies, right? Haven't you seen Charmed? All manner of magical beings were allies to the charmed ones. Okay, especially like in season 6, the last season. If you are going down this path, it will behoove you to learn how to contact them. Hell, make pacts with them if you want. I stepped away, but did you ever mention where you got your Necronomicon pendant from? It was overseas. I got it from someone in the UK who made these kinds of things. I had to have this one. I really had to. I had a better one that opened up like a book, but I love this one. Thanks for noticing. uh, you know what? I think that's going to do it for today. Oh, by the way, by the way, we got to have more self-love, though. I mean, don't look to these celebrities for self-love, because a lot of them are cutting themselves up and having a whole lot of plastic surgery. You can't look to these people. Plus, they sold their souls. They really did. Everybody. One tragic case that I can think of is Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim was fucking gorgeous back in the day. She was gorgeous. Most men that I know of said Lil' Kim was a dime. Absolutely. And nobody, no man that I know forgets this particular picture, this poster of Lil' Kim. Hell, we all had it. Hardcore from her album. We all had that. She looks nothing like that now. Etsy. That it was Etsy. Yeah. Yeah, it was Etsy. It sure was. Yes. Yes. A Mercury pendant. A lot of these, like this one. This is what's today? Thursday. Thursday is Jupiter. This is a Jupiter pendant. This came from either Amazon or eBay. Okay. I love wearing these. I catch people staring at them all the time. Okay. But thank you for the noticing. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. Rowan is back since I came in late. Been super busy with work. Hey, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Thanks for joining me, y'all. I mean, it's something to think about. I didn't actually come on here to propose to have solutions. You know, I just think it's something that at least needs to be acknowledged, that there is a big fucking problem between the genders. Okay. Of course, there are outside people who are going to continue to make sure that it continues to happen. Of course. But there's so many reasons why this happens. Okay. My thing is, a lot of people don't know why, and they just think it's just natural to be that way towards each other. While other people look at us and say, look at them, fucking nuts. It's so many reasons, y'all. So many reasons. But again, the way I started this live stream, did the elder have a point? If you do your research and study, you may find out he might just have had a point. Okay. Again, thank y'all for joining me today. I remember buying Source magazines and holding those pages when my mom came back during my tween days. Men kept leaving her for the Faith Hill types. Her self-esteem couldn't take it. I think you mean Faith Evans. Faith Hill is the country singer, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the common perceptions, that Lil' Kim's self-esteem was bad and Biggie made it bad. That's one of the perceptions. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Yeah. But what she did, I think, was a horrible thing to herself. She was a dime, y'all. She was. Do people summon fairies for protection? Absolutely. Yes, this conflict is very, very ancient. Like I said, can we at least acknowledge it and realize that it exists and it is detrimental to all of us. Oh, Lil' Kim said that. Okay. At war with each other? Yeah, it's detrimental though. It is. You'll have a woman get dogged out by a whole bunch of men, and then all of a sudden she hates black men, and vice versa. Black man keeps getting dogged out, and then he hates all black women. I mean, you can't be that way though. Not really. You can't objectively be that way. Not every. I mean, there's millions of us. You're gonna tell me all people, just because you got dogged out by 2 or 3, that means the rest of the millions of black men or women they ain't shit either? That's not smart thinking. You know what I mean? It's not smart thinking. My thing is always, why don't we ever go to the root of the problems that we have? Why don't we ever go to the root? Okay. This is why the root. This is why I go to ancient grimoires. This is exactly why. Okay. That's where you'll find the best magic, on those ancient books. True fairies are hurt and don't like iron? I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't say one way or the other if that's true. Okay. Matter of fact, tonight's Thursday. This is the Magician's night, where we watch the magicians. We got series nights where we watch certain stuff. We on Better Call Saul, and we're on the Magicians. And the Magicians reveal so much, y'all. Y'all have no idea. The Magicians reveal a whole bunch of magic and other stuff, if you pay attention to it. Got a surprise guest for y'all next week around Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I think we agreed on Tuesday. So please stay tuned for that. Again, thanks for joining me today. It's always a pleasure, especially when y'all have input. I really do like that. She said the men she loved didn't value her because she wasn't a Faith and Charlie Baltimore type. Right. Biggie and her own father played favorites. She said it messed her up mentally. And I believe that. You know, they even showed it in the Notorious movie. Now she was fucked over by Biggie like a couple times. You know what I mean? I still don't get the appeal to Charlie Baltimore. I mean, she cool. But I'm like, there was a time, though, your skin colorism, you know, we got that bad too, colorism, you know what I mean? And it's a shame what her self-esteem led her to look the way she is now. You know, I don't totally fault Lil' Kim for doing that. Okay, some things like that will mess with someone's self-esteem. and can drive them into a deep depression and to cause them to hurt themselves. That's just a fact. Manifest, I don't know what that is. Tinkerbell is nasty too. She absolutely is. Yes. Oh, not a problem. Thanks for joining me. I keep saying that. I said it what 10 times already? Yeah, Biggie had a type. Yeah, yeah, he did. Thank you so much, more. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me. Okay. Y'all have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. I will see y'all next time. And this live stream was just to get you to think. Okay. Just think about it. Think about what I said here. I didn't show favoritism one way or the other. I said there are many factors. I'll continue to say that. But my thing is always go to the roots. I am the one and only Magick Lacroix. I will see y'all next time. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Namaste. Peace.